Hello, time for another low effort any percent tutorial that I'm going to make, and it's going to be the only any percent tutorial that exists. So anyways, this tutorial will show you the new any percent route that was recently discovered for this game. So we'll just get right into it. And I forgot to calibrate my controller, so I'll just do that. So first off, we're going to do what we call Nutskip, to skip the first few levels of the game. I don't know why I'm doing weird movement. But just grab this nut here and push it over here. And then to get it onto this ledge, you want to slide it like this. And then you need to push it into a good position to slide it onto this ledge. So something like this. And then push it up to this line that you see on the ground and slightly in front of the line like this. This is a good position for Nutskip. Then jump onto the nut and hold forward. I'm done. I must have pushed it a little too far forward. Okay, there we go. I guess I had to jump a little bit on the back of the nut. I'm used to doing like a faster strat for that. But anyways, then just proceed through this tunnel. That was funny. Take two. And then right here, you just gotta wait for this chunk to load, and it's actually faster to pause for a little bit here and wait for it to load. Now we're going to skip another level. So the way to do that, well, there's a couple ways, but I'm gonna just show you this way. So the way to do this is you have to store a long jump and then body slam up onto that ledge. So standing right here, try to get up as close to this point as you can and standing as high as you can. And then, so jump to the side, and in the middle of your jump, you kind of want to neutralize the analog stick and then move it back to the left to get up onto that ledge. And I'm stupid, I missed the long jump. Let me try again. You have to make sure you jump off the edge, otherwise you won't get the long jump. And also, I'm not used to doing the slow setup, so... Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at this? Okay, there you go. Now, in the old 80% route, you would actually need to watch the cutscene, but now we've gotten to the point where you don't need to watch it anymore. You don't need to get Cortex, so you can just go over here and body slam onto this ledge. Now we're going to skip the, whatever this boss is called. I'm so stupid. I don't even remember the name of it. Okay, so to skip this boss, you need to jump onto this rock. So you need to jump onto two separate points on the rock. So first you double jump up to like this point right there, and then you immediately jump off of that a little bit farther up on the rock, and then you jump off the rock again. So just watch what I do here. Stop. And there you go. So you've just skipped the entirety of Hub 1, and time to move on to Hub 2. And again, you want to pause in this cutscene to make it load faster. I count the bounces of the level name. I count 14 bounces and I unpause, but I wasn't paying attention. So, and we also like to double jump off right at the end and death abuse because it's actually a little bit faster. So now we can. Now we're going to skip this cutscene right here. I really hope I don't mess this up. If I mess it up, I'm not gonna. Well, I don't know, but So if you see this, I think you wanna go like right underneath this kind of branch here or these leaves, and then you need to long jump around the cutscene trigger. All right, that was good. And now here's the interesting part. So now we're going to go into the cave, but we're going to try to get into the cave without triggering the world checkpoint. And to do that, you have to enter it from above like this. So first you want to jump onto this ledge, and when you jump on this ledge, you want to let go of the analog stick as you land on it. And then jump again. And there you go. Now go up to this little white area here and just walk forward until you go through the wall. And just let yourself fall without moving forward, otherwise you might fall off or go too far. Okay? And you may also make sure you don't jump over the chunk border, otherwise it will not load the chunk in. Now this is a tough area here where you need to go down to that little ledge without triggering this checkpoint, and it's really tough to do that, but there's actually a pretty easy setup for it. So first, move Crash all the way to the edge, and if you see this white blotch on the floor, there's like the edge of the blotch there, and you want to go like right on the edge of it, and while Crash is facing this direction. And then move your camera so that that seam in the wall is like directly in the middle of Crash's face, but except maybe a slightly to the right. So kind of like this. I think this should work. And then to make it easier on yourself, I would recommend pushing the directional button. What the heck is it called? The D-pad. Push forward on the D-pad instead of the analog stick, so make sure you're walking directly forward. Just walk forward a little bit, and you should be able to go down there without triggering the checkpoint. And there you go. So now just go like this. And we like to get rid of this icicle because it's kind of in the way. And then just body slam and jump up, and you're in the cave. Now make sure you do not hit the checkpoint trigger. Okay, so now I'm about to do a sequence of events where I cannot pause and explain everything. I have to explain it all before I do it. So first of all, you need to double jump over that ice chunk that's in the water, and then body slam onto it, and make sure that Crash touches the water. And that's important for the skip later. But all you have to do is make sure Crash splashes the water. Secondly, you need to immediately walk forward onto the ice chunk far enough to where the bat gets triggered. And then you immediately walk backwards, and do not wait, do not jump in the air, just walk forward and then walk back. And then after you do that, you're going to jump over to this area here. And then you're going to do what we call a swag crouch. And the way to do that is to crouch and then walk forward, keep holding forward, and then uncrouch and recrouch. Uncrouch and then recrouch on the next frame. And an easy way to do that is to hold the crouch button with either your middle or index finger, and then let go and push it again with the other finger. So this is what it looks like. Oh wait. And when you get the swag crouch, you will be kind of still and keep holding forward on the analog stick and this puts Crash in a very good position on the wall so that he can clip through. Then you wait for the bat to clip you through the wall. And right as the bat hits you, immediately start spamming the jump button and holding back on the analog stick. And do that for like maybe half a second. And that will give you the best chance of Crash staying on the ledge and not falling down into the water. So I'm sorry I have to explain all this without actually showing you. I guess I could edit the footage over it or something, But anyways, because it all has to happen really fast, and you can't just pause and explain stuff as you do it. So after you do that, you'll be on a ledge outside the cave, and you need to jump up onto the tunnel and stand in a specific location to lure the bat to you. And then just before the bat is about to hit you, you need to walk back a little bit, stand still, wait for the bat to fly to you, and then as it reaches you, you spin it. The bat will fall down into the cave and hit the checkpoint. And right after you spin the bat, you walk backwards and slide so that you get over the chunk border before the bat hits the checkpoint. So that was a super long explanation of what I'm about to do. So now I will actually try to do it. And of course, I'm going to cut out any misses I get. And if I fail, I'll just cut to a success. But here I go. I'm going to do all that stuff now. Alright, I did it. Okay, so I'm gonna just explain one more thing. I forgot to mention where you should be crouching next to the wall. There's a really good reference. There's like this black line, vertical line in the wall, and you just want Crash to be like right on the middle of that line. Alright, so now that we've done that part, all we have left is to do what we call a splash teleport. So go over here. Now there's a couple ways to get the splash teleport. You could just try to body slam into the water without any setup, but that's very... the rate of success on that is not very good. What you want to do instead is do a little bit of a setup to make it work every time. So there's two main ways that we've been doing a setup. I'm just going to show you the way that works on PS2 and is way more consistent and easy than the other way. But the other way is required for Xbox, but I'll just show you this way. So what you do is you need to cancel Crash's jump animation in midair by jumping off the edge and then jumping again in midair and landing before his jump animation finishes. So I'll show you what that looks like. That's what it looks like. Then you walk like right over here. Hopefully this doesn't mess up because I'm being slow. So you want to run into the water, run off the edge, slide off the edge. Hold the slide button while you're sliding the whole time, and hold the analog stick button back the whole time, and you should get a splash teleport. And I'll let you know if you get the splash teleport, wait until like a little bit before Crash respawns. So wait until his death animation is almost completely done. Then pause the game for like 3 seconds. And then that will give you a successful cursed warp. So here I go. I am so stupid. Okay. Dude, I thought I messed it up because I let go of the slide button. But there you go, there it is. How did I get that? I totally did not do that right. But anyways, you've successfully done a cursed warp. Now it is time to go to the 10th dimension. So... jump up this thing like this. There's a few ways to get in here, but this is one. And then make sure you land on the corridor like this. And then walk right here to load in the Psychotron chunk. Then walk until you get into the Psychotron chunk, and you will be able to easily tell that by looking at the background. It will change colors. Right there, it just changed colors. So now, all you have to do is jump in, or just die, basically. Just jump over the edge. And if you do this really fast, you're going to have to pause the game for like 6 or 7 seconds to make sure it loads in entirely. I'll do that just to be safe here. And then immediately walk forward, because if you stand still, there's a chance you'll hit the HUD cutscene. But there you go. There's the cursed splash skip. So now make sure you do not hit the cutscene trigger. There is a picture of where it is, but just watch where I'm walking to make sure you don't hit it. And now it's time to do warp skip. So, for warp skip, you are going to be jumping off of Cortex's head and body slamming onto this purple end. So first, you're going to need... I'll show you an easy way that's of getting Cortex up there. So throw him and then immediately jump up to this camera thing. So do something like this. Let me try again. Okay. Now we actually want Cortex to be standing... Oh, how did he fall down? Well, once he's on this camera, you're going to throw him again and get him onto this ledge here instead, and you want him to be kind of like as far up on the edge of it as you can, and also close to this end. So let me try this again. Also, oh, come on. Where'd he go? Hello. I had to load a save because Cortex disappeared, and if you... Well, actually, I didn't have any lives left, so I couldn't really find out. But anyways, I think it's actually easier when... okay, I'll just show the way that the easiest way to do this. Easy. Okay. Right, so when you're jumping off of Cortex's head, you need to make sure you're jumping off the edge and not... You can't be standing on his head, otherwise you won't be able to jump. So just double jump, do a high double jump up to the end and body slam. And like that's my mistake. I jumped too early. I was still standing on his head, but anyways. There you go. Now you need to do a slide jump to make sure that you have a long jump stored. And then long jump, do a high double jump up into the bowl. Okay, then jump right here, and you can see there's a thingy. You can just double jump up to it like this, and then jump up here. Then you need to jump through the floor, and it becomes solid like right around here, so you need to jump right here. And in order to load this chunk, you need to go through the door until it loads and opens. And go through the portal. And you can walk around to trigger the cutscene, but we like to do it faster way where you trigger it from right here. So just stand right here and then slide to the left while being against this thing here.
Victor and Moritz's
stronghold of evil. And at this point in the run, you're not allowed to die. If you die, then the game will crash. But I've loaded a save, so... Oh wait, never mind. I did warp skip, so I will die. Never mind. So if I die at any point, I'm going to have to reload. I'm going to have to load a save. But anyways, I'll go through Antagony with my fast strats and just kind of walk through how I do it. You could go through Antagony however you want at the start if you're just learning this. You might want to kill this ant, because I think on certain, I don't know about, I think like certain types of consoles, the ant will, there's a chance that if you don't kill the ant, the game will crash. So I would recommend doing that. And I already died because I'm... Okay, I loaded a save, so I can do a little bit of a walkthrough through Antagony. Okay, so it's pretty easy to get over these barriers. So this one, all you have to do is jump onto this blue orb to get over, like this. Or you could even just jump over like this. Whoops. And then this one, it's a little bit more tricky. Let me just kill all these ants so I can show you. So to get over this one, you want to jump onto this black thing here. And the way to do that is jump while holding to the right. Well, not entirely to the right, but jump while facing the right side. And then before you do your second jump, let go of the analog stick. And then after you start your second jump, hold crash facing towards it. So I'll just do it now. And then jump again to get over. Nice movement. Okay, now this part you just want to go fast so that you can make a color cycle, but it's not too important when you're first starting out. And it's actually not too hard to make the color cycle once you get the hang of it. You don't even need to do slide jumps right over here next to the nitros. As long as you're fast for the rest of it. Like, see, I still made it. Barely. Oh man, dang it. Well, I could have made it if I wasn't dumb. And then long jump over here to skip some other stuff. And now you need to kill 4 of these ants. And body slams onto these platforms is the easiest way to do that. And the quickest way to do it as well. And then I guess I'll show you a little bit of a trick that we do to get to spin the ball over a little faster. Nice. And this part, you don't even need to go very fast here, because no matter how fast you go, you're always going to make the same cycle anyways, unless you're like super, super, super slow. Okay, now we can jump on this ant to skip a little bit of stuff here. And let me just explain that to jump on that ant, you need to first damage abuse on it, just run into it, get damaged by it, and then jump on it as it jumps in the air. And also, you could just spin into the ant also and jump on it, but it's a little bit harder to do it that way. But if you don't have a mask, then you want to do it. Now we're going to do wall jumps here to skip some stuff. So just jump on this box to get on the wall. And then you're going to have to do long jumps around these pillars. And every time, obviously, when you store long jump, you need to slide to store the long jump. And just and again, just a note that whenever you do a long jump, you always need to be jumping off the edge. If you're not entirely over the edge, then you won't get the long jump. Okay, and then you'll jump onto this invisible thing here. Slide down here. And now this part is pretty interesting. So the color cycle will start only after you start going onto those purple platforms. And if you go fast enough, you can make a faster cycle. So just watch what I do to make the faster cycle. Okay, that's not really representative of what usually happens, so let me just do it again. Here's what usually happens when you do this. Like, you don't wait here, but... Okay, and then you need to go fast from this point forward to make a really, really difficult cycle. And I'm done. So you slide jump onto that thing and long jump, and there's like 3 platforms you can jump onto, and the safer way is to just jump onto the lower one. But I usually jump on the middle one to save a bit of time and make it easier to make the cycle. I guess I'll just go slow. I don't need to bother making the cycle. I'll just go slow so I can demonstrate more things. But yeah, if you go extremely fast for this entire part, you can make a faster cycle. But anyways, slide jump here, and then long jump over here. Now you can jump up here without a body slam. A body slam is easier, but you can actually do it without a body slam. And I find it's weird. I don't know why, but like, don't do the highest jump you can possibly do. You actually want to jump, then wait a tiny, tiny bit, and let him fall just a tiny bit, and then do the second jump. I'm not sure why that works better, and that was funny. That was the fast way of doing it. And then do more long jumps here. Oh yeah, and this part is very hard. You have to, the fast way to do this is to do controllable slide jumps like this. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. The safer way to do it would be to just jump up here and then do a slide jump like this. And then this is the hard way to do it, but faster. And then you're going to want a long jump off of this part. And there you go. Now you want to jump over this barrier, and it's very easy because you can just jump right here and body slam. And then to skip a couple of these platforms, you can slide and then long jump here. And then jump here to skip even more stuff. And now these colors. Now watch what I do on these colors. Okay, so now I'm going to show you another way where if you get slightly behind on the colors, this is what you can do.
What have I got?
And then, just for fun, I'll show you one last thing you can do to, if you fall behind on a cycle and you really, really want to make the cycle anyways. Here, I'll show you another trick you can do. So we already missed the cycle, but I'll just show it anyways. And there you go. And I like to slide here. Most people don't, but I like to do it because then you can get a full slide off of that one. And there you go. Now we will do this last room here, and I wonder if we can get ball glitch. And no, we don't. I'm not going to bother to try to get ball glitch and show you how to do that. But... So for these balls, you can just spin them from here. Instead of going sliding them onto that platform, you can actually just spin them from here. And don't go all the way to the edge, just go like right around here and then spin them. Well, actually you want to be moving forward as you spin them, otherwise it won't go far enough. I guess if you just stood still and spun it from the edge, it would work. But yeah, there you go. And usually my movement here is like this. Literally nobody else does it like this. I don't know why. And for this bomb, the way you want to do it is you want to move it like a little bit forward and then spin it. So kind of like this. That will work the most often. And then spin this one in from over here. And then we will skip this upcoming cutscene by going out of bounds. So body slam onto this part here. It's actually a bit tricky, but there you go. And then there's a couple ways to do this. You can either wait for the door to open, then jump onto the door, or you could just jump onto an invisible ledge without even waiting. And in fact, I think it's pretty dang easy to jump on the invisible ledge. You just have to make sure you don't jump too far. So first I'll show you the easy way, or the not the slower way that's like quote-unquote safer. So you wait for the door to open, and then you jump on it like this. Okay, so here's the faster, and it's not even that hard way of doing it. Free. So, oh yeah, I really should have disabled autosave earlier. And for the rest of this, you just go down this long path all the way to the boss. And up here, there's actually a part where you have to wait for it to load for a little bit. So when you get to here, just wait about that long, and you're good. Otherwise, Crash will just run into and fall down. Why am I pausing? There's no reason to pause. And now I'll show you how we do the final boss. So for Nina's part, instead of going into the middle, we just jump. We kind of skip a couple of these things and just jump from here. And also make sure you hold X and circle the whole time, both simultaneous. And also here's a double jump. That will save a little bit of time. So if you hold jump and the button that extends her arm out both at the same time, she will never fall down. So it's very easy. Okay, and then Cortex, you can kind of cheese the Cortex section a little bit. You could just do a safer way of doing it, but I'm going to show you the way that I usually do it. So after that, I stand right here and let him hit me. And then I walk right back up and keep shooting. And then right when it's about to shoot me again, I run out so it doesn't hit me again. And then for the entire rest of it, you can just stand right here and you won't get hit. And then I will show you how to do Crash's section of the fastest possible way, except I'm probably going to fail it. And if I fail it, I'm not going to even bother showing you the fast way because I can't, because it's too much work. But I'll try. And we got it. Nice. So there you go. That is Crash Twinsanity 80% with the Cursed Splash route, I guess is what we're calling it, or Cursed Warp. I don't know what we want to call it, but there you go. That's the tutorial. Let me know if you have... Oh, I was really confused when it started playing the credits. Yeah, if you do this route and you finish the game will crash before the credits even start. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Just anything you're not sure about, just write it in the comments and I'll help you out. And thanks for watching. See you later.